Who was the first man you saw show both tenderness and strength in your life?
That's a good question.
It sounds like it's a trick question.
Yeah, and I'm really pondering that. I think in the natural, I would say it had to be me. In the spiritual, it was Yeshua, meaning he was the lion and the lamb. Mm-hmm. You know, he gave his life up on the cross for our salvation, but he's coming back as the lion. I seen him in my life protect me when I could have died 3 times when guns were placed to my head. But then I seen him love me and be tender and let me know that I was beyond performing, that he loves me for whoever I am. And that perfect balance is what kept me here where I am today. And the reason I say myself, because men in our culture, you know, if you go back even to when our fathers had to endure racism we've never even seen, the fact that, you know, your child could be sold off to slavery like a puppy, and you got 9 other children you got to protect, you can't let the emotion of you losing that child deter you from being the man to protect your family. So think of all of that intergenerational trauma or repressed emotion that's held in the hearts of men, or specifically in regard to our conversation, Black men, that's being transferred throughout generation. The behavior patterns of us not being allowed to raise our children, but co-create children. So just basically a breeder. You have sex because you're strong. We want to match you with this slave because the way she's built, so we can have a stronger child that can come up. Then you see those patterns continue throughout our history perpetually. And so when you think of, you ask the question, who has been in my life that's been a comprehensive man, strong but sensitive, courageous, but also compassionate? They didn't have the opportunity. Men of our era couldn't talk like me and you talking right now. My father's era, I mean. They would go gamble. When my brother got murdered, he found out some information on it at a pool hall where everyone wears a facade, everyone fakes it. And you understand this by being a professional athlete. You can't even convey that you're injured to your coaches because it may jeopardize your playing time. So I say myself, because I had to learn how to be more than just strong, a protector and provider, or what we would call masculine, because my mother had suffered dementia, and she needed someone stronger than providing money, someone who protected her from doctors who pushed pills on her. She needed someone to be understanding and patient and long-suffering when she would have these mental episodes where she would curse me out, saying, you know, I would never treat you like this, talking to me like she didn't even raise me. And still I had to have the capacity or the self-control to massage her scalp and say, Mom, it's going to be okay. So I learned how to become tender, but also tough, because whenever someone tried to treat her wrong, they saw a different side of me. So I would say I was the first man in my own life to be comprehensive, to be a nurturer, and also a lion as well.
I want to have this great conversation with you, right? Where I think oftentimes as Black men, we suffer from a lot of things. One being ego. But I don't want to lead with that, with this particular situation. As I go back to the actual question is, you know, obviously the creation of what we know now as, you know, a person who's been very impactful in his world, and that's all we can ask for any man. But when you ask the question, who, and you reply, you, is that a defense mechanism? Because whether you want to agree to it or not, it could be situations in life that have shaped, mold, guided your thought process, and like, yo, I don't want to do that. Hey, I want to do this. Man, I see a empty space on the canvas here, so I'm gonna draw there. I think a lot of people feel or do not highlight what impacted them, that shaped them in a way.
You asked a specific question, though. You said which man in my life was a nurturer, and what was the other one?
Tough.
Tough.
Tender.
Tender and tough. I said no. It wasn't. Now, if you're asking me, have I had influential men in my life? There's a long list. See, what you're describing is a comprehensive man, and I coined the phrase because it didn't exist. Mm-hmm. As men, the gold standard in my neighborhood in Detroit was hyper-masculine. You got the girls, you got the money, you got the props. But the young man who say maybe wants to be a chef, and because he's in the kitchen trying to learn how to cook, society says that place is for a woman. You can't do that. And the hypocrisy behind that now is that the culinary arts field is dominated by men. So I answered your question specifically.
You did.
However, I would be wrong to say that I didn't have men in my life to shape me. I mean, I wouldn't be here without the plethora of men the Most High provided along the path. So yeah, so it's some amazing men of all ethnicity who have poured into me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when I say in such an impactful way, the Most High did it in a way where not one of them singularly can take credit for what he's done. Mm-hmm. Meaning he used a certain person until I reached here. Then another man came, then another man came, then another man came. And now I had to become that man to pour back into the next generation who needs men like me.
Right.